Okay, hi everybody, it's Karl and Samuel at Escape. Today is Q&A session for September 2021.
Very good, and I'll start reading out the questions. So we have Diane. Diane, you have been also asking last time. We are very happy about your involvement. Here's her question. I have been seeing numerous posts on other sites about people's trailer completion dates being moved out. I'm assuming this is because of supply chain issues. Can you please explain how you are loading your factory floor if a shortage has come up? Also, do you see the situation getting worse before it gets better?
Okay, so we always have some problems with supply chain. All right, supply chain is just one of those things you're always chasing down. We have seen some more recent issues with spray foam and the progressive, the electrical management system, yes. The surge protector. So that was a big issue. We managed to mitigate through those. So that part has been resolved. There's always little things that are coming up, but for the most part, we're good. We have been stocking up a lot and doing as much as I can from a cash flow perspective, but bringing in an awful lot more inventory than what we would normally do, just to ensure that supply chain does not become the constraint. However, every now and then, you know, a big shipment's supposed to arrive today, and then we get a notice from our vendor that, that you're not going to see it for another 5 weeks or 6 weeks. So it's not like we get advance notice on it. It's like, it's coming. Oh, you're not going to see it for another 5 or 6 weeks. So those are the hardest ones for us to deal with. And those ones are the ones that would usually then drive a communication to customers on the supply chain side. The bigger issue that we have at the moment is labor resources. So we've noticed really since the beginning of August, we've had a decline in the constant attendance from people, and you know we've got quite a few people here, so this kind of ebbs and flows with us, but just generally a lot more illness flown through over the last month. I do not expect it to get any better over the next couple of months either, but we are rebalancing the organization, so we produce in a different manner, not just moving people around the organization on the production floor, but we have to be very careful, and we take this very slowly because quality for us is paramount. We absolutely are not going to go down the road that, should we say, some of the big RV manufacturers are doing in the States at the moment, where they're just turning stuff out regardless of the quality, just to get the volumes out and make the money. That's not where we are. We're always in it for the long game. So I hope that answers the question there, Diane. We continually manage supply chain. The people are the biggest issue that we have. If we suddenly have a mass illness or COVID comes back and strikes us down, then it kind of just shuts everything down, and everybody sees that impact. The only way I can ever recover and pull things back is to go much faster. So anyone who's a runner or a cyclist or a rower or anybody involved in any sort of sports, you know about pacing. And for us, it's always about, us with respect to you, it's all about pace. So if we slow down, the only way we can catch up on pace is to speed up. And speeding up can be a challenge for us. Okay, good.
Just a word here on communication, Karl. So we will reach out to you as we see that your completion date will be affected. So if you haven't heard from us yet, just wait, and we will keep you in the loop on that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. Generally, the way I try and work it is, like, let's just say we're at a slower rate today, which we are, right? Our rate has slowed down a little bit. So let's say we're at a slower rate today. We forecast out and we say, okay, what's the impact of that going to be? And what we do is we look at the customers that are kind of right in front of us first, and we say, okay, all these people are right in front of us. If we're running at 1.6 instead of 2.28 or whatever it might be, what impact does that have on the people over the next 3 months or 4 months? And then that's just a planning tool. Mm-hmm. Now, our objective is always, we need to get back to 2.28 like tomorrow or as quickly as possible. So we run these scenario plans to see where it all ends up. The challenge behind this is if we were to look at being at a slower rate today and we were to project that all the way out to 2023, it will look horrible.
Yes.
In 2023. And it may be a worst case. I guess worst case could be you're producing nothing, but from our perspective, it will be a worst case, or the worst case we've seen. And then that projects out and it shows a very bad case, but it's not real. And it really doesn't make a difference at this point for anybody. So I like to try and stabilize things off and then communicate out, these are what the delays look like, with the goal, of course, being to go faster, but not at the expense of quality.
Very good. Thanks, Diane. And here's a similar question. And the question is, are you expecting the CDR3, which is the completion date revision number 3, to be out anytime soon? So on this one here, just a little bit of a background. We had done 2 major date revisions just the last couple of months, where we had a stable production increase and we were able to bring customers forward. Now with our current situation where we are trying to recover, there will be no date revision pulling customers forward.
No better dates.
Quite yet.
No better dates.
Yes.
So there may be a CDR3.
Yeah.
I kind of dropped the guaranteed part because the world has gone crazy, so that might have been a silly thing to do in the first place. That was my idea, not Samuel's idea. It was when we were really gung-ho, we were really, really confident on things that we could do it because we had stabilized. But let's just say completion date revision is going out to some people. We've already pushed out to a bunch of people through the end of January 2022 at this point. But at this point, it won't be any earlier than we are today.
Yes. Okay. Then we are coming into next area here. Sean 2A, that's his name here, asks, you mentioned being very close to launching a new design, your trailer tool last month. And can we expect this tool complete with a compiled hidden options to go live in the next week or 2? Or at least the addition of such option in the current build estimator?
Okay, so that's 2 questions and it deserves 2 responses. Yes, we are working on our new build a trailer tool. I'm looking for feedback, I guess, from customers. So we're at the internal stages now of going through all the validation from our side. So putting ourselves as customers and putting ourselves as configuration specialists to wrap all this up. I like the way we've set this tool up. It kind of gives a person all the information they need about any particular option. So a narrative, photos, videos, sort of combining all the work that Harrison and Daryl have been doing on the content development side, including a text description of what this item is, how often people tend to pick it, right? We put that in, and then the ability for the customer to select that option and add their own notes in there, which is kind of something that a lot of build your vehicle, build your trailer tools don't have, and that's because, of course, we're the customization and personalization side of what we do. So it's a bit of a complex tool. We are pushing through validation now. We're kind of we set a self-imposed date of about 6 weeks, I think, to get this through. We want to make sure it's absolutely squared away before we push it out to customers. And even then, we all know there's going to be other bugs that we didn't find that you guys are going to find for us, and we'll have to scramble and fix all of those up. But we're pushing that out. We would be interested in some customers that potentially we could open this up to and just get them to give us their thoughts and opinions on. I know we actually haven't discussed this part yet, but I'd be welcome if some people said, hey, listen, I'm happy to come in and play and be a guinea pig on this. Now, we always have the parallel system, just in case the internet gets broke for whatever reason. We have the parallel system with the build sheets. Secondly, all the additional custom options. Now, people are calling them the Easter egg list, and that's because they used to be kind of hidden away, but they were always there. I've taken the approach that, if we've already always done these, then why not just make them all visible? It comes with it's a double-edged sword for us. On one side, it worries me because we've now increased the number of options quite significantly for people. And a lot of them are like deletes, right? Delete the mattress, delete the fridge, delete the cooktop and the sink and those sorts of things, right? So there's a bunch of those. But that can sort of get a person to options paralysis. Like, there's so many things, I don't know what to choose. For me, it's like going to a restaurant and the menu in the restaurant is like 17 pages in it, and I'm like, just give me 5 things to choose from, and I'd be happy to go. So the second part of that is that we have all of these options already built into Build Your Trailer Tool. We also have all of these options available for all our customers here going forwards, and we have been issuing this list of options out to them. It's not on the current build sheet. We're still using the old method where the configuration team or the configuration specialist ladies will work with you, and they'll manually put it into your build sheet depending on what you want. So we have both. If you're a new customer going forwards, everybody gets it. Everyone gets to see what we have, and we've gone through. And there's another part to this is when I went through all of those options, I went through and validated all the pricing on those options.
Yes.
So what we did find, we found some errors in the original list that we had built up over the years. So I got and corrected all that. And in some cases prices go down, in some cases prices go up, but at least I know for sure it's right.
Yeah.
From here on in. So does that answer the question? I think that answers the question in two ways.
Yeah. And if you are a customer, you are working on your build sheet, you should have received that already. If not, feel free to ask Linda, Melissa, or Jolie to send you that sheet. So any customer who has not signed off yet and who's going forward, we will send out those sheets to you.
Yeah.
All right. Next, thank you for that. Next question is from Tucson Kim. Do you have a target date for a tool that will help calculate the weight
of the trailer with the various options? Yeah. So we do. So the new Build Your Trailer tool will have that.
That's right.
All right, and we actually have that on our build sheets as well. So when you do your it's not on the web at the moment, and that configuration tool we have on the web at the moment, but it is in both of these. So when you are working with your configuration specialist, they will be able to give you your build sheet, and it will auto calculate the weights of all the options that you've taken and all the items that you maybe have deleted.
And here's a follow-up question from Michael. I would like to know more about the weight of options too. A tool to predict trailer and tongue weight would be very useful, or at least a list of how much options weigh.
So we answered that one in the first one.
That's two, and then
I believe it's that heavy. A weight list for escape would be used. So we have our items all detailed out, and then
in terms of tongue weight, we're not showing the tongue weight differentiation as to, you load up the trailer with options.
His question was that David said that the escape front storage box is close to
100
pounds weight. I think on weigh it. I don't think it is 100 pounds in weight. I've lifted it. It doesn't feel like that.
Doesn't feel like that. Yeah, that's what we currently show.
And we're making them with vacuum infusion process now, so they actually are they're lighter but stiffer.
Okay.
The weight inside is 100 pounds. You're right. There was a 150 or 50 pound or 100 pound weight limit, depending on the trailer that was in, and maybe that's where that came from. But yeah, we'll go and sort that out. We have it actually ready in our options list.
Okay. Yeah. Now we don't show the tongue weight itself, but it is a fairly easy calculation. So if you have your gross vehicle weight rating, roughly 10 to 15% of that is your tongue weight.
Yeah. So 500 to 550 thereabouts is what you want if you're running at your max load at 5,000 pounds. And of course you can vary, change that. Yes. And there are these little tongue scales you can put on your trailer if you want to be absolutely right. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, here's a question from Bruce, and he's asking, how about a picture of the compressor fridge in the fifth wheel that you have up here with the new cabinet above it?
Okay, so Harrison is, I'd say,
almost there.
Seconds away from publishing his first new two-part showcase. When the first part will be sort of a refresh on the showcases we did. I mean, when we started this whole video process, Samuel, what was it, nearly a year and a half now? 2 years ago, thereabouts. Yeah. Man, we were rough and ready when we did the first few, right? So and we were live streamed, so the quality wasn't that great. So Harrison has said, nope, these have to be updated. So we've gone through and we've redone the fifth wheel showcase, and then the second part of this showcase that Harrison has done is he's gone through everything and gets all the dimensions of all the storage compartments and drawers and different things that are inside the trailer. So it's a really detailed review on there. That is good. That fifth wheel one will be coming out and we'll show all the options in it as well. There's one option that we're missing that week that nobody seems to want to order. Maybe that tells us something. Maybe it's very, very rare one going through. Which one is that, Harrison?
It's actually the standard cooktop with no convection microwave oven.
Right, yeah. So a standard cooktop with no microwave convection oven. And, I think that's partially my fault because when we did the video on the microwave convection oven and on the cooktops at one point, it was like, hey, take the standard cooktop, or which would be, you could take the Eno 3-burner cooktop in there, and why not? Instead of getting an oven, shove a microwave convection oven inside. So a lot of people have gone down have gone down that road. Actually, I've seen some really nice posts coming back on those microwave convection ovens, the use of the microwave convection oven. So it seems, I think it's turning out to be a proper one. So that was the one you were missing. I know you wanted to wait until that was done, but we're saying just push ahead, get that out, because it's a very nicely done item, and that will be coming very soon. So I think that answers that question.
Thank you, Bruce. Very good. Thank you all for the questions. That was very exciting today.
Yeah. Wonderful. Is that it?
I think we covered it all, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Well, anyway, thanks everybody. It's Karl and Samuel at Escape. And remember that we're built for you.